Okay, I'm trying to get started out here. Good morning, good evening, whatever the case may be. Just trying to sort some things out here, see if I can't get things to play nice. Only do so much with a weak internet. That's what happens when you're poor. So, if you're here, definitely like, subscribe, the usual fun stuff. If you're on Discord, I sent a link to share to where you could jump in and join me. Here on my buddy Sasquatch's Discord. So, just streaming to YouTube this fine Saturday morning. Give it a couple minutes to allow people to show up, maybe. If you're here, say hello. Don't look like anybody's here yet. So remember where everything is on this one versus other applications. What's going on in the world and in the U.S. this week? I don't know, it's awfully quiet over here. I hear every little thing, which is good and bad. Oh, waiting. Kind of hard to find the right time to do a live. you're there, say hello. YouTube don't tell me you're there till you comment, usually, or do or interact one way or another. One of the many issues with them. Oh, what's there to talk about? The monarchy in New York with Trump. There's not much going on with me on the VA side because that was just they did exactly what I thought they'd do. Instead of doing their job and reviewing my medical records, they turned around and put no show for the appointments. Surprise, surprise on that one. Too lazy to do simple job of what the policy states. What else? The stuff out of New York doesn't surprise me too much. Those in power tend to be a lot of Democrats, and they're gonna be as Marxist as possible. Is anybody there? No. Throw up my little image here. Well, at least one thing. Those that helped pray that we didn't get another parking ticket. At least we never physically received one over the course of this last week here in Austin, Texas. Be fighting those. There's just so many things wrong with them. Let's see. Okay, move my mouse. There we go. Having trouble connecting. Check internet connection. Yay. It's really going to be that bad. Shouldn't be that bad. Don't help when you don't have any viewers telling you you're messing up. Oh boy. All right, so that goes through that time. All right, maybe. Verizon. Starlink's so expensive, it's difficult to get into. Anybody know? Anybody there that has a program that helps people like me would be great. But I want to stop in and say hello. Where's all the nighttime people at? I know there's usually a bunch hiding around YouTube. But the insomniacs, or the people that work the late shift. Oh boy. Oh. Never expect too much. Come in after the if you're visiting this video later, just let's give a like, thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, subscribe. Love to do more, but check out the other YouTube channels, Servant Spirit, for the Servant Spirit Ministries. That has more podcast level stuff for ministry podcast, Christian Cowboy Journals. Also on Rumble. look under Christian Cowboy Journals or V.W. Miller. Or is it Rev Eric? No. Oh. It's late. 3:22 a.m. here in Texas. Yeah, I think my connection wouldn't be too bad because not as many people are awake. Usually people are pretty active this time of night, and not tonight. Everybody's hiding. Well, what can I say? Even the ham radio is fairly quiet. That's usually pretty active. Or at least my radio is. People say they want to come hear me stream and talk about certain things, but nobody shows up when I do stream. Well, we'll try to do more late at night in the future. Apparently, this seems to be the only time slot not taken by a lot of people. You got that umbrella guy, Tug, over there doing his thing, but where he was, I don't know if he was still. Either that or just YouTube isn't showing me everybody streaming anymore. That's quite a possibility. I can't even get a troll. Come on. Can't even get a troll this early in the morning? Even the trolls are sleeping? Come on, trolls. Come on, hop from under your bridges. The wonderful world of our RV life. Internet options are extremely limited. If things have been spotty, sorry, I have no control over that. I can't afford the upfront cost for Starlink because I would have to pay the full retail and have it delivered to like a Home Depot or pick up at the nearest Best Buy because I'm in an RV and the stuff's not available to go to an Amazon locker. And I've still got mail sitting at my brother's house because my brother has been, well, that's been there from, I've got mail that's been there for a few months. The transmission went out on my car back in the end of January, and well, he's got his own life. That doesn't involve me. Uh, Let's say hello, drop a like, subscribe. Tell me what exit to get off of. Come on, say something. Somebody show up, say something. Even if you're playing catch up on the video, which ain't not a whole lot to catch up on. But for my channel to grow a little bit here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see. Oh, 23 minutes and still no viewers? Figured it'd be dead, but this dead? Oh, just talking to myself. June 1st, talking to myself. We are in end times, that's for sure. Oh. I caused myself a little feedback here in a second. I want to see something. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Let's see how that works in relation to that silly StreamYard duck since I'm on the free plan. Which, yes, I heard StreamYard got bought out. Let's see where. Down a little bit. That might be a little better. But let's see. I'm still here. Maybe I'll have somebody drop in. Maybe my buddy Sasquatch. Maybe. Be kind of nice. Yeah. All I can sit here and do is just fiddle around. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Oh boy. How well the interwebs behaves and YouTube behaves with me. Excuse me. Okay, that's that down. Yeah, I think I'm my own watcher. Suzuki. Well, Wally Bell. Yeah. Boy, oh boy, boy. Got the TV on in the background. The air conditioners are working as best they can with the weak generator. The good generator has its issues. The onboard generator still don't, well, has never worked since we've had this thing. And another generator that we were given, it died a long time ago, just haven't figured out a way to dispose of it, but it has come in handy for a few spare parts. Sort of universal. Knock anybody home. If you're watching out there, say hello. Like, subscribe, interact. That definitely ain't so popular right now. That I can't say hello to everybody. For example, favorite thing to do on a lot of streams is that right there. So,
You can do it!
Don't drink alcohol. Well, maybe socially, but it's been, yeah, I haven't done that in a long, long time. But have my Dr. Pepper, coffee when I can get it. And yeah, I have a bad habit with cigarette tobacco, and you see me smoking a pipe, it's just taking and stretching my cigarette tobacco as far as I can. So before somebody tries to say something silly. So she kind of come find me and join me. I read the link down wrong. Hmm. I got it right. Oh, placards. Yes, I have COPD. I smoke. Pretty much been smoking for 32 years. Cigarettes. The only time I really didn't smoke was boot camp. Hey, Chris. Sent you the link if you wanted to come join me and just chatty chat. If not, you're the first person to show up besides myself. But maybe our Aussie buddy over there in your Discord, Chris, would maybe come in or check me out or something. But nope, that's no problem. Well, it's no camera. This is fine. I know. I thought so. Well, yeah, but Anthony, our buddy from Australia, on the opposite end of the clock that we are, pretty much. Yeah, there we go. Hey, there you are.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I understand everybody's asleep there in your household. Can you hear me? Oh boy. I'm I'm not hearing you, Chris. So
How about now?
there you are.
Sorry, I hit a button on the phone and it put me in limbo.
Oops.
Got a call from somebody and they're not in a good place. So
Nobody's in a good place these days.
they're wanting me to go on a trip with them. So I'm going to go and hopefully get their mind off of some things and get them into a better state of mind. That's the plan anyway.
That's why you're packing up.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you got kicked out of the basement. I mean, out of the house.
Some days I think they'd like to. There's my bag. Trying not to make a bunch of noise, but that failed.
So going on a trip with them, is this someone that I know of that's in the Discord that
No, this is somebody offline here in real life at my house here. Well, not my
okay.
house now, but in my general sphere here. Just a young man that I'm trying to mentor. So,
Okay.
yeah, I try to. Sometimes I stretch myself a little too thin with everything that I'm trying to do. But, yeah. That's where that damn thing got to. I've been looking for that for a week. Sorry, I just found my ring light. Like, I was asking Katie, I'm like, where in the hell did I put the ring light? She's like, I don't know. It's not over where you normally keep it. I forgot when we did that live stream a little while ago where I was outside grilling.
Hmm.
I forgot I
I
had
don't
it.
tend to watch your grilling streams. I'll be honest.
That's fine.
So I don't know. I don't tend to catch those too often. Just maybe the one night when we were having cheeseburgers, you were doing cheeseburgers and somebody else was doing burgers too. It's like okay, I think that was the only time when everybody was pretty much on the same menu that night.
Who else was doing that? Trying to remember what stream that was. I think that was the last one we did, if I remember right. But
No,
yeah,
I think you've done a couple of others since then regarding grilling and pork chops or whatever other things you've done. I think you've done about 3 other late night grilling cooking ones besides your bread. And apparently
Yeah.
forgetting your paddle in the bread or something.
Yeah, I forgot to put the paddle in the bread when I first started it in the machine. So it's sitting there twisting away and it's doing nothing. I had to put my hands in there and get all yucky and, well, not all yucky. I don't care to get my hands dirty. You gotta, if you're doing good cooking, you always get your hands dirty anyway, right?
Yeah. Something's
So,
always getting dirty. All right, let's I'm out this
so
fire.
how's the weather down your way? Did it get a little cooler this last couple of days, or?
The overnights, in general, it's gotten a few degrees cooler. I mean, the feels like temperature is still in the 90s in the day.
Yeah.
But like I say, tonight, slow is supposed to be here in a couple more hours. Supposed to be like 71 degrees.
Holy crap! That was like our high yesterday.
Let's see. What's the current inside
Right now.
outside here? Right now, I've got it. Right now, it's 75 outside and 76 inside with the these air conditioners trying to roll. Black tar
Wow.
or tar roof. Eesh.
Yeah. I can't believe they didn't use a silver pitch on the roof. That would have made more sense. You know what I mean? It would have
Okay, it
reflected.
was I think this thing was originally a rental. It was sold cheap at auction. Somebody picked it up and basically didn't know what the heck they were doing. Well, they weren't maintaining it to maintain it like an RV for resale value and keep it up good. They were just hillbilly backwoods Kentucky slap whatever they could that they thought would work type of deal. I mean, they destroyed the plumbing, they destroyed the electrical to some degree. I mean, literally the wiring that went to the hitch,
Uh-huh.
they literally cut most of that out, like they were trying to sell off the copper for it or some stuff. Yeah, 'cause it's wired for a seven. It was, it was wired all the way up for a 7 pin, and you can't even find the wires. And they got flung around. Yeah, it's just it's a hodgepodge mess.
Hmm. Ay, ay, ay. It's sad when people who don't know what the hell they're doing start playing with shit and mess it up.
Well, I mean, I kind of understand to some degree. You do what you have to do, but I mean, tar on an RV roof is like a huge no-no.
Well, it's like trying to cook yourself, basically.
But they probably never thought that this RV would ever go, you know, further south than where it was in Kentucky.
We're at 52 degrees right now here. Last night it went down to in the 40s. Like, is it really late May? Seriously?
Well, it's officially June 1st.
Yep. No.
So you're just going on like a camping trip, or are you going on a road trip type thing, or what?
He had made plans with his significant other to go to Ocean City, Maryland for the weekend, and she up and broke up with him.
Oh boy.
So yeah, that's one of those trips that I'm going along to try and brighten his spirits and get his mind off of things. And yeah, um, so I would appreciate any kind of prayers for guidance and just figuring out the words to help him get through this. You know what I mean?
Uh, definitely keep in prayers, and if you need a little extra help, you got my number.
Yep, I do. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Been through many rough relationship and breakups and all that, and a divorce.
Yeah, same here.
Eventually, I got lucky with Peggy. Well,
Point now we're just not even looking. I'm good with
I
being
wasn't looking when I met Peggy.
Yeah.
Peggy was a random surprise.
They say that it happens when you least expect it. But
Oh yeah, biggest thing is you gotta let go, let God.
yep.
God's in control. We keep sticking our own foot in our own mouths when we do it. We try to do everything our way, and then we just let God handle it. He's got a plan.
We all know that I'm definitely good at putting my foot in my mouth.
And that's one big hairy foot there, Sasquatch.
That's the Hobbit foot, my kid. Well, I guess she gets it from me. Right.
I've been calling Peggy the She Yeti.
Oh my, she's gonna whoop your ass, dude. Make sure we get that on camera though. That'll be entertaining. Watch somebody else get beat for once instead of just me.
I got an older computer up and running again, just because it's been sitting here underneath this one. So I'm trying to. Well, it was somebody in the past had computers go down on me and stuff like that. And was given an old. Well, they had it's a laptop that they had Windows that they bought with Windows 8.1. They tried putting Windows 10 on it, and it just went by cracky Iraqi in that department. And so then they could never get it, basically would lock up within 10 seconds because it's only got like 4 gig RAM.
Oof.
And so what I did was I put Ubuntu, aka Linux, on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not super powerful. It's not stream power, can't really stream from it worth a darn.
Nice backup just in case something happens.
Backup. It was the only thing I had for the longest time. So I eventually got a small little one that was from Fingerhut that was kind of worthless, and then eventually I was able to have enough credit to get this nice one I'm using now. Now I just need the proper internet to power it all. But yeah, so to take some of the workload off of this one, because Al kept having issues with trying to get into Rumble and Rumble Studio and things like that. Slow load or not, internet connection or not, it was the computer that was mucking up.
Huh.
So I've got this one back up and running. I got the Ubuntu back up and running and sitting here. Basically, a little Bluetooth keyboard I bought in the past, a little 3-way keyboard, a wired mouse, and then I moved a few things over to it, like Discord and some basic things that were a little bit resource intensive. Well, I already had Discord and stuff on it, but so I just gave it some updates, updated the software and some of the programs that were on it, and so now kind of one way to work 2 screens, sort of. Of course, Ursel, being soon to be 12, doesn't understand how I could multitask. I have this thing I talk about when it comes to I used to be able to multitask so well that back around when was that, 1996 ish, around that time frame. 96, 97-ish. I went to a
Senior
public
year.
library here in Texas where they had T1 connections,
Uh-huh.
and I literally froze up because I multitasked with multiple. Well, that was before they started doing tabs, so it was multiple. Well, maybe when they first started, tabs started coming out, but multiple windows and stuff like that, chat and different things I would be doing, working on website, my GeoCities website I had at the time and things like that. That I turned around and basically ended up walking up to T1 college library, college public library computers next to each other, back to back. Because I multitask that hard.
Back in the day, I think all of us had most of us had the critical thinking skills to multitask because we were
when you can
expected
type,
to
when you can type almost 80 words per minute, and you're in a chat, you're working on a web page, you're in a couple of chat rooms or on a couple of sites, and didn't have streaming.
Back in the day, I was
But basically the computers couldn't keep up with me. It was the computers that were locking up, not the internet connection.
back in the day, I used to internet DJ, and I would be downloading music from LimeWire. This is before they outlawed it.
Yeah, I remember LimeWire.
And I would be running 3 different
In fact,
streams.
I think the few MP3s I have of some favorite songs, my trucker songs, stuff like that are my favorites. That's how I got them, was from LimeWire, and they just transferred from device to device to device over the years.
Yeah. And so I would be doing that. I would be running 3. I'd run a high stream, middle stream, and low stream outputs for people to connect to. Because back then people were still in dial-up, some of them.
Yeah.
And I'd be on probably no less than 5 or 6 different chat servers and in about 20 different rooms chatting and keeping up with everything back in the day. Now I'm lucky to keep up with what we're doing now.
Yeah, Yahoo Chat, MSN Chat, ICQ.
Back when I first started, it was Talk City. That was the big chat.
AOL, and and then places like Alamac and unfortunately my my StreamYard account is only a free one, so it's not like if I could afford the $30 or what is it, 25, $30 a month that they're currently charging, you'd be able to restream to yours at the same time you're talking to me.
Oh, nice.
That's one of the there's some Restream, StreamYard, Streamlabs. You got all these different things, but to access the good features, it's either Rumble Studio or pay a big amount of change.
That's one of the reasons why I use the Rumble Studio. I tried using StreamYard. I even upgraded to the $10 a month plan, and I couldn't figure it out. I went through everything. It wouldn't let me add people. I was like, what am I paying for? So I canceled it.
StreamYard, the ducky one here that we're on right now, or Streamlabs?
Streamlabs, that's one. I'm sorry.
StreamStir. There's also a StreamStir. There's a few different ones. Streamlabs, actually, Streamlabs, I think Streamlabs is more of a plug-in. They have their own version of OBS, I think, as well, but they have a plug-in for OBS.
Yeah.
Now, one thing you might want,
OBS, I can't use.
If you can't quite get Rumble quite kicking proper, if you want something that's similar to OBS, there's something that's still in beta right now called Meld Studio. That's kind of like OBS Lite.
Yeah.
That I was watching a YouTube video on, and yeah, they had a special link to be able to download the beta software for it. We'll have to do a few little fun things, but yeah, the tricky part, as you were saying, the tricky part is always having the guests. That's what kind of, if you're doing a podcast live stream, that's the fun stuff, is having guests. If you're just a gamer, man, that's one thing.
Oh man. Oh shoot.
Oh, did I lose you? I think I lost you. There we go. There you are. We lost you there a moment.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. Sorry.
It's easy to do. Oh, ow.
Let me see here.
Let's see.
Let's go. I'm gonna share your link on Common Censored.
Huh?
I'm gonna share your link on the Common Censored page of Discord.
Yeah, I posted my stream link. I even posted this studio link in there.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get a hold of Andrew here. See if he wants to come on.
I mean, I understand the people that have the little moon are sleeping, but like I said, it shows your buddy Anthony, what his name is, Underhill,
Yeah,
our
yeah.
Australian.
No,
We're showing him online, but
it's Saturday afternoon, so I don't know what he's up to yet. So,
Lord Sterling, haven't met that person yet.
are they on the stream?
No, they're not on the stream. I'm just saying who's online over on Discord, over on your Discord server.
Lord Sterling's the guy who runs Common Censored.
Let's see. This is gonna be fun to do a type out here. So let's do two different. The downside to doing it via two different computers instead of multi-screen is gotta type manually. Can't do copy paste.
Yeah.
It's not like anybody's in here, so I gotta worry about it too much. But you do have wrench privileges, so if you wanted to drop your Discord link in.
Okay, I'll drop yours first.
Go through.
You already dropped your Discord. Okay. I just
Yeah,
saw that.
I dropped my Discord because I found that the one that I had to edit and change over on your server, um, the link that I dropped over there supposed to be the one unlimited link I have.
Okay, gotcha.
I found it doing one thing, and I found other ones, other ones sometimes tend to expire. Oh, now it shows us in here. Oh boy.
What you doing, Pika? Huh? No, please do not jump up on my phones. Pika likes to walk across phones.
I'll leave that one up for a few.
I appreciate it.
It's on the streaming window there.
We trying to figure out some new things to try and liven things up a little bit. It seems that stuff's got a little stale, on the program. So I guess we're gonna try and do a game night tonight. They're doing Name That Tune. I have to find out from Lori if she's expecting me to host that or if she's hosting it. So I'm gonna make sure I take the laptop with me.
Yeah, they're in your Discord. Yeah. Probably will not be attending. Just
Well, not a
some
problem.
of that stuff is.
I get it. It's not for everyone, but
Well, that and I always seem to stink at them playing those games.
I'm trying to think of something we can do as an incentive. I don't know if we want to do single person, everybody, like kind of everybody against everybody, or if you want to do teams. And if we do like one round of individual, I have an idea of we'll take and do one round where whoever wins as the individual will get we'll send out a prize to them. So
Okay.
maybe,
And one good thing is the upcoming council meeting on there is right after I get fresh internet. So.
Oh crap! Yeah, that's right. Friday is
Friday the 14th.
Yep, Friday the 14th. Next Friday. That'll work out good because I go and see the spinal surgeon on Monday.
Oh, that morning Peggy has to go in to be reevaluated that she's still disabled. Yeah, I'm sorry, cancer just doesn't. Well, sometimes cancer magically disappears, but not always.
I'm kind of glad I don't have to do
Blindness
that anymore.
doesn't always disappear. I mean, yeah.
They did that to me. At what was it? At 2 years, they had to reevaluate me, and then at 5, I think it was, and they don't bother. They have access to all my records. I'm like,
well, no, she's at that she's at that 5-year mark where they want to reevaluate.
Yep.
Actually, she's past that. That would have happened. That 5-year mark would have happened in the middle of COVID. And she's past that, and they're literally like forcing it on her. even though it was said and the judge approved her for basically said approved for everything on this, because of everything on this list and permanent. It was obvious that all of her issues were permanent disability, and yeah, but it's all because they keep screwing up, and because she's not old enough to go on uh, Medicare, to get stuck with state Medicaid, and that keeps her from seeing the proper health professional she needs.
Well, eventually they'll put her on Medicare after this evaluation. At least
I've
that's
been
how.
trying to get her on Medicare for the longest time because it's supposed to be after 4 years you're supposed to be rolled over into Medicare.
I thought it was only 2 years that they were supposed to do that. At least up here it is.
4 years 4 years on the Medicaid, they're supposed to roll you over into Medicare.
Huh.
Is what we were told.
Well, she should qualify for both Medicare and Medicaid at the same time anyway.
Actually, not for the Medicaid. Not for Medicaid separately, because basically they don't look at the whole family as a whole, because SSI is just for her, not for, doesn't include our child, and so therefore, her 900 a month is, 943 a month is, well, it was actually about $10 more in New York or something like that. $16 more in New York State that they give you, was more than the poverty level.
Yeah, I don't understand.
What she was getting was a couple pennies more than the poverty, a couple dollars more than the poverty level, so therefore did not qualify for SNAP benefits or anything.
The system's screwed, man. Yeah, I make like $12.
They base the poverty level based on the 80s. Oh, so I see somebody just said, somebody just popped up over in Discord.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm not back at the thing. That's what I love about this headset. I can walk around the entire property almost. With my phone sit right in the middle, and I can talk to you guys and do things while we're chatting. Maybe I'll take a minute. Cinder, why are you? Well, be glad I don't have my camera on, Mr. Eric, because guess what you would have just been looking at?
A half-naked Sasquatch.
No, you would have been looking at Cinder's butt.
Oh, cat butt.
Yeah, so.
Kitty bunghole.
Yeah. Was standing over top of my phone.
Oh, my buddy Army Dave came into your Discord. Told him I'm still running the live stream if they wants to come in. I don't think he ever gets on live with anybody, but he at least drops in the chat rooms. Oh, there you are. That is one of the advantage to having a separate screen or separate computers. I don't have to go back and forth between a bunch of windows.
That's what's nice. Well, usually it's nice about having the iPhone and my regular phone at the same time. And if I have to, I can actually run the iPhone
Okay,
off of
I
my
turned around and I got the, our buddy Mike Skipper. He went with that Elgato Stream Deck, and then doing it on a tablet instead of paying for the actual Stream Deck, which is expensive as heck.
Uh-huh.
I found a cheaper option. Me being El Cheapo over here. Not El Chapo, El Cheapo. I found a program. It just required me to do a little bit of configuring, but using some old phones that need, I need to replace the the batteries in them because the batteries bloated out on me. I turned around and it's called Touch Portal.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to do a soundboard. It has different screens. I can, if in conjunction with OBS, where it basically uses hotkeys to. Oh, there you are. You've got sunshine.
Yeah, stepped outside for a minute. The sun's coming up. I figured I'd go show the sunrise with you. And I'm being attacked by a cat right now. I'm being attacked by a cowie. My headset's falling off. Okay. And then there's a kitty. A kitten. There's a kitten. There's another one over there. I don't know if you can see it or not.
I see a little
They're all-
orange and white fuzzball. Oh,
There's a
yeah, you froze
tiger
there for a
strip.
moment. And there's Callie in front of the bucket, looks like.
Oh, am I still froze?
And yeah, you're moving again now. I can see you and the umbrella. Okay, froze up a little bit. Could be my end that's freezing. I don't know. Oh, there you are again. I'm stuck.
There we go. There's a tiger striped kitty. And there's an all orange one running around here somewhere. Just saw it. I don't know where it got to. But here, we're going to take a walk around the side of the house here. And see if we can't get a good view of the sunrise for you. Oh, gosh.
You froze again. I think.
Really? Hi?
All I'm staring at is a bucket and the base to the table or umbrella there. There you are. There's okay. There's your smiley mug. Well, not so smiley mug.
Just a face full of fur, right? Alrighty.
Okay. Yeah, kind of. It freeze frame jumped is what it did. It jumped from the ground image to the face image. Okay, now a blurry image of a vehicle and trees.
There you go. You should be able to see the sunrise over there now. Over
Oh, you're
top of
so.
Wonder why it's
Okay,
so
there's Caroline sunrise view.
Yeah.
I think you're right at the edge of your Wi-Fi or whatever you're doing there.
I turn my Wi-Fi off. I'm actually on my cellular, which should be pretty good. I mean, it's completely clear skies here. There's nothing blocking anything. Let's see if I can get you the moon here. Because the moon is still out even. We've got
So if you're moving the camera around at all, I can't tell. I just see that initial image, the image of the sunrise of the silo.
Yeah,
the
it'll
grain silo.
up here in a second, I think.
So. No, but I've got to figuring, the only guaranteed time slot that's not going to mess with too many other people is there wasn't too many anybody doing anything at night. in the overnight hours.
Well, I think you need to stop worrying about stepping on people's toes and just, pick a slot when you're available and go ahead and go live. I mean, we can all split up and do different things. Not everybody, I can jump around between a couple different streams if I have to. But,
I'm pretty much in just taking an afternoon nap. Me and Peggy are taking an afternoon nap usually when you're streaming. So if I'm up during your 4 o'clock stream, I'll jump in. Otherwise, that's when we try and grab an afternoon nap.
I get it. That's a good way to beat the heat, is to be asleep through it.
During the heat of the day. That only works so well. I mean, in Texas, it gets so hot that, when you start sweating in your sleep, you really can't sleep much more after that.
Yeah. I just scared the kittens. They just ran like hell. It's funny.
Okay. The video's off now, just so you know.
Yeah, I turned it back off, but I have to head back in here and finish packing up. But I thought that would be a nice little thing to hop out there and share the sunrise. And
in case anybody catches this video on a review.
But I gotta finish packing up. I need to pack a chair, I think. So.
But you didn't miss much as far as me streaming or grumbling or anything. I just talking to myself, not really talking, but not talking to myself.
I try and support all of us, Eric. That's just the way I try and do it, and that's why I want to network out.
I wasn't even worried about you popping in. I figured I'd probably have my stream off before you woke up. That doesn't bother me at all. It was more about hoping to catch new people, not just or some of the other people that aren't associated with our Discords.
Not my old trusty ass.
Was hoping to maybe catch some other people that I've gone around with, and they follow, have subscribed to me and they've been known to be on some other overnight and late night streams and stuff like that. So I thought, hey, let me put out a stream and see if any of them will show up or anything.
Yeah. I'm sorry they didn't. No, you don't, sir. Get out. Out. You know you're not allowed in there. Get your paw out of the door, you little shit. Cinder, move. Cinder wants in the washroom so damn bad. There's nothing in there for you.
You like what I called it? Graveyard shift grumblings?
Right. I've done enough of grumbling over the graveyard shift. I've worked many overnights over the years.
Well, I'm so used to being up all night, or most of the night anyways, that it's just,
Hey, whatever fits for you, bud. I understand.
That, and I hope Skipper gets back to his morning coffees. Everybody was, he gets a lot of viewers for his morning coffees.
Yeah, I look for him.
But all you gotta do is, watch what pops up over there on my server.
Yep.
Because I've got it set up to where if he does his morning coffee thing, which, yeah, granted, it's usually between 9 and 11 a.m. my time when he has done those. Because I'm 2 hours, I'm 2 hours ahead, and you're 3 hours ahead.
Yep.
But
Woo.
That was me. My ding dong. Yeah, I could use up some of my slots basically, and have set up the. I could share that same thing basically over to your server too. That notify me bot.
Oh, yeah. I was talking to Boats about setting stuff up. Because we both have the premium, me and him, and he took his premium off of the other person server that we were helping, that we are no longer helping at this point. So.
Oh, are you
yeah.
talking about Voldemort?
Well,
They who shall not be named,
I don't
who
mind
don't
saying his
deserve to be
name,
named, huh?
but I don't. I said I don't have a problem with saying his name. I just don't want to give him the free press.
Well, that's why I say Voldemort. Don't give them the press. Don't give them the recognition.
I just got an email or about a text message from somebody that was one of his bigger supporters over there that said that he actually they actually dropped their support because he was over there making fun of people because they can't afford to become a member of his channel. And I'm just like, what the hell happened?
I think that's part of the reason he was calling me. He was hating on me a bit, was because there I was in his Discord server, but yet I wasn't a paid subscriber to his locals.
Yeah.
I was enjoying some of the benefits without paying, and I
don't see it as a big benefit because you weren't getting access to him; you were getting access to me. Sorry, that's just the way it was. I was the one that was always there. I was the one that was always checking in on everybody. I'm the one that has everybody's phone numbers, not him.
Yeah.
So I don't want to sound like I'm being egotistical or hateful, but I'm just being honest. And he still, to this day, he still tries to text message me. He still tries to go through other people to try and get me to come back over there and run his stuff for him.
Yeah, because he's spiraling downhill. Probably, from whatever, from.
It wouldn't matter if I was there or not. He'd still be spiraling downhill because of the way he acts. There's nothing I can do about that.
And until he truly hits rock bottom, he's not going to realize the way the way he's doing things and the way he's treating people is what's biting him in the butt. But
there's hardly anybody left over there that started over there. By started over there, I mean I was the first one to ever join his channel. I was the first person to show him that you can. I was the first person to gift memberships to his channel. But
when he saw that, therefore, when he was doing, when he started doing regular stuff, I showed up and basically was harming myself, staying up late, because I'm normally in bed at the time he did his morning thing, and I was putting myself in harm just to be supportive, just by physically, the being present supportive. I couldn't pay anything, but I mean, heck, there were times I was there before you, many times.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, being
During his live
there,
stream, anyway.
being there and supporting him on a live stream is helps him out more than paying money, because the more people that are actually watching and interacting with him, the more it gets to stream out there. But yeah, people still watch him though, and that's fine. Like I said before, I
Now,
don't donate.
that is the one person I would compete with on a personally.
Yeah,
But
well, he does try and he tries to stream at the same time I do a lot. I don't know if you saw that. So,
no, I literally basically I stopped following him on every platform I was following. I mean, I had him on X, I had him on YouTube and on Rumble, and I literally stopped following him on all the platforms.
yeah, so do I, but I still kind of
I mean,
just
if I still have him somewhere, it's because I haven't seen a post from him into my feed that reminded me that I'm still following him there. That's basically how it goes. I mean, yeah. You're gonna do a
but
fellow veteran dirty, fellow Navy veteran dirty. Yeah, no, thank you. And then listening to what he's done to some other veterans. Now, granted, me and my wife have some personal opinions regarding certain people and how annoying or not annoying or whatever they can be. But
yeah,
that's just, a personal opinion. But, but it's not just the worst ones. It's, the ones that are nicer and do things nice. And I mean, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was being very non self promoting. You know that. I was doing my best not to promote myself and,
yeah.
and offend any rules or anything like that. Even when conversations kind of were swaying that way.
Well, I guess it's kind of my fault because I went to him and talked to him about trying to promote your Give Send Go, and that's kind of what set all that off in motion. And so I don't feel bad about trying to help you, but I feel bad that it led to all that.
No, it's just, I'll say this. You're a Christian. I'm a Christian. I'll say this. Evil abounds. And I'm not saying he himself is evil, but there are evil spirits everywhere. Just look at what's going on in New York. I mean, and everything. So there are evil spirits within him that, have taken hold. That, and when Satan has a hold, people don't want to believe that Satan exists or evil exists. Well, just because it's not the same demon attacking you every single time doesn't mean that it doesn't exist and Satan ain't telling his minions what to do. What? Okay. What is that? Getting a selfie this morning. Oh, raccoon. Eh. I had a raccoon just go under the RV.
No fun.
Did he come out the other side?
Hopefully, it's not chewing on stuff down there. That would be bad.
No, they mostly just go kind of. Oh, yeah, and there he is on the other side. Oh, I'll probably share those to your Discord later. Yeah, they tend to get under RV, up front under RV, and either use it to have safe passage for making it easier to get across back and forth across the street, or to stay out of the rain or whatever.
Gotcha. Yeah, they do that up here too.
Raccoons aren't really known for too much for chewing wires. There's not too many wires under there to chew. It's an old Ford. Most of the wires are all sealed up, anyways.
Yeah.
But we would hear the chewing. Be like hearing a squirrel in the walls.
I've heard that before.
Been there, done that back in New York State. Squirrels and
My
their
aunt,
birds get in the walls, and you can just hear them just that scratchy noise in the walls.
my aunt woke up with a squirrel on her chest one day. That was interesting. Because she screamed when she woke up like that. I lost my daggone sunglasses again. How do I keep losing sunglasses? Ooh, that can't go with me. That's gotta come out of my bag. I forgot that was in there. I carry a extra magazine in my med bag just in case. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Pew
Yeah.
pew.
Where we're going.
You're a stormtrooper. You can't hit nothing.
Well, I like to think I'm a bit better than that, but
Hey, you walked yourself into that joke. If you need the extra magazine, you're a stormtrooper.
well, you never know when you're going to have more than one target.
Yeah, but
So,
one magazine, one clip alone, No, I used to carry a primary and a backup when I was an armed guard here in Texas.
I actually got 3 if I need them.
Actually, what was funny is since I couldn't afford much, I only owned 2 clips, and so what I would do is, because I was allowed 148 grain hollow points max grainage for duty rounds, so that was what one clip was for duty rounds, and then so I kept the one in the chamber plus the clip, and then I had just standard range rounds that I kept in the other clip.
Yeah, you got to be careful with standard range rounds if you're out in public because they'll continue to go after you shoot someone. So you got to make sure you know what's in the background.
Well, I mean, they weren't dummy rounds, but they were basically the most basic 9mm round you could get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like what,
I consider them range rounds. They're the cheapest, the cheapest one, cheapest for using at the range for target round, target practice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They were well within the state guidelines at the time. But I don't own that. But yeah, that pew pew's been melted down a long time ago. Because I had an unpaid traffic ticket. I got pulled over and happened to be on my way to shift, and then they confiscated my weapon, never released it back to me. Yeah, and I was out of state by the time it finally went to court, where they tried charging me for unlawful carry of a weapon. Yet I was on my way to work, and the weapon was, even though it was loaded, it was locked in the glove box. And the car I had was at the time also a Honda Accord, the 4-door version. That if you didn't turn the key, you had to push a button to release the key from the ignition.
Mm-hmm.
And that key to the ignition was what unlocked the glove box. So when I shut the engine off to conserve fuel at the time, I didn't completely release it. I just shut the engine off. I didn't completely release the key. So they had so not only was the glove box locked, but the key was locked in the ignition.
See what they do. What I was told that you have to do in certain states when you're transporting is you have to lock the gun in the lockbox and put the ammunition somewhere else, like in the trunk.
Well, Texas it was allowed while driving. I mean, technically, I could have had the thing sitting. Even back then, I could have had the thing sitting up on the dash, loaded. In the sunshine in the dash on the dash. Technically, but the only reason I didn't have it on my hip and me in uniform. Yeah, granted, I just done laundry. I was in my uniform, but I wasn't in full uniform as far as us military people go. We're not considered truly in uniform till we have all of our small stuff on us. Name tag and the security company I had epaulets. On the little shoulder things. As part of the uniform. So it wasn't until because I had to drive. Basically, I had to drive from the buddy's house in North Dallas back out to my house to pick up those small things because I was an on-call guard to pick up those things. And then what I would have done when I got back to to my house and gotten those things on me, then I would have had the thing in the holster on my hip. And I had I had a locking holster as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to have my pew-pew.
Pulled over because I was speeding a little bit. I was speeding a little bit. I admit it. Going there, going back to the house to get the stuff because there was an apartment fire in another part of Dallas, and they needed an armed guard right away for fire watch.
Gotcha.
I ended up having to call the company and say, I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm being locked up for some other stuff. But no, I mean, it took a while before they even decided, because literally they were debating on whether or not to charge me for unlawful carry of a weapon. The supervisor said, no, I wouldn't do it. But the cop said, the arresting officer for the, basically the bench warrant turned around and was like, decided to do it anyways, even though, because he turned around and asked the officer that was guarding the city jail whether or not he should charge me with it, and the city jail officer said, "What's Sarge say?" He said not to. Apparently he ended up doing it later on, and literally I was already, at that point, because I was literally a couple months out from leaving for the state of Oregon, from the Dallas, Texas area. I get up to Oregon, and over a year later, or it was like almost a year later, I get like 3 letters in the mail from 3 different sets of attorneys in Texas wanting to take the case. Literally that solicitation email, like what they got in Georgia for defense attorneys for the Fannie Willis case. Where they send you a solicitation saying, "Please hire us for this." Because to them it's an easy win. Yeah. Anything to pad their books for the wins. And I tried calling one of them back up and to say, "Yeah, go ahead," or what's this about, and okay, and possibly go ahead and say, agree to retain. I guess they retained, never showed up on my record, so.
Pika just came back in.
I mean, the arrest for the bench warrant for the unpaid for the traffic ticket thing, which was shows up on my record, but that unlawful carry never showed up. So it got thrown out at some point. Somebody took a look at the facts of the case and said, yeah, right. An armed security guard, literally, technically on his way, just making a detour by the house to pick up the rest of pieces of his uniform, and the pew pew was locked up, and it was in a locked glove box with, and then they couldn't get the key out of the ignition. I mean, they had to ask me how had to tell them that you have to push a release to release the key, because I didn't release the key.
It's almost as good as these kids now who can't drive stick.
Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to ask Fred if he knows how to float the gears.
I know how to do that. Yep.
You can't really do it in a car, because you don't have double. You have single shift, not double shift. But yeah, I could up. I used to be able to float up and down. But downshift floating is a little trickier, especially if you're stupid and leave the Jake brakes on.
Yeah, we have a lot of people around here who do that shit, and they don't even need it. They're only doing like 10 miles an hour, and they're using their Jake brake. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You're gonna blow the rod through your cylinder doing that stuff. I have a friend. I had a friend. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but they live down in North Carolina, and her husband was a truck driver, and he had just bought a brand new Peterbilt. And she called me one day, and she was furious. And I said, "What's going on?" She said, "You're not going to believe this." She said, "My husband just called me, and he is at the shop." I said, "Well, that's not good. What happened to the truck?" She said, "Well," he said, "it blew a rod through a piston right through the cylinder wall." I'm like, how'd that happen? She said, "Well, she said he was beating around the bush. He didn't want to tell her. He was trying to make it like it was an engine failure, until he had to finally come out and tell her that he was constantly riding the Jake brake, and the compression finally was just too much, and it just busted the cam connection for the rod, and just threw it. So yeah, that's not covered under warranty. Well, I hate to do this, bud, but I'm gonna have to jump off here and get done, and I gotta call and see where they're at.
Oh, that's okay. I see your other buddy, Chris, is. I guess he's going to lay back down. And,
well, he's probably not. He probably hasn't been to bed yet. He's West Coast, so he's usually up all night. Only goes to bed at 6 in the morning our time, my time, so 5 your time.
Well, thanks for at least dropping by and having fun a little bit.
Yeah, anytime.
I was hoping at least to get some other viewers to come in or something, but it's
sometimes.
It's like everybody tries to avoid my streams. I could be the only person streaming on YouTube, and everybody would be like, "Nope."
Yeah, we'll get you some people, but it just takes time.
Oh, it's not. People want me to do ministry type related streams, and it's like, if I can't get you in for a non-ministry related stream, what thinks what? I mean, I've got my podcast, my Christian Cowboy Journal podcast isn't even that popular. Nobody even wants to look at that. And I've actually uploaded that to the Serve Spirit Ministries YouTube account to try and start doing live streams that way, because Spotify bought Anchor, and then shut down Anchor, and then there's Spotify for podcasters. They're screwing with that, and now it's something else, and it's just like to where it's supposed to be more like a Restream IO, but it's all internal. It's not like you can all the chat and everything like that is all internal to Spotify. It's like really,
Yeah,
you know.
Spotify is making some crazy mistakes lately. Like they got rid of their drive option where you can control it, voice control Spotify with Spotify Premium when you're driving. So, but all right. Well, I hope you have a good day, bud, and I will talk to you a little bit later.
All right, catch you later.
Tell everyone we said hi.
I'll tell them you said hi when they do awaken.
All right. See you later. Bye bye.
Bye. Oh, that's fun. And that like a phone call. What the? Okay. Is what it is. So much more I'd like to do, but nobody here to talk to. It says one viewer. Is it one viewer me? Is it one viewer somebody else? If you're here, say hello. Like, subscribe, comment. If you're here during the live stream, please chat it up. Just a small little channel. Wants to do more, wants to do better. Just so like Joe Biden over here, talking to nobody. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. Ugh. little prayer there. Or something. Okay. Wow. Still no hint of sunrise. So many tweets. Yeah. Anybody out there? Hello, hello, hello. Anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Somebody's here. If you're here, say hello. If you're a troll, be a troll. Any attention. If there were people here, I'd say, what would you want to talk about? Or at least hear my opinion on. If you're a friend, I'd bring you on with me and have a conversation. Just make me feel streaming for 2 hours. Show me some love out there, YouTube world. Come on. I'd rather watch people playing video games. Oh, wait, maybe it's because I don't say the right things that people want to hear. Won't tickle your ears. Might tickle the funny bone, but not your ears. Or is it you can't handle the truth? Yeah. a Discord server. Anyone who wants to join there. That's kind of cool. I'm a veteran. Navy veteran. Am radio operator. Lots of things about me. Help me develop a show that's worth watching. If you don't care if I exist, I'm sitting here trying to flying by the seat of my pants. Trying to make this all interesting, but can't make it interesting without viewers. As PBS says, viewers like you. Just to give you an idea of other things. There's my other layout. So let me know what you're looking for. Talk about all sorts of things. Alrighty then. Well, remember everyone is still deployed. Keep them in your prayers. They're still serving. But don't forget the veterans. Veterans before illegals. And of course, Christ first. Christ first and foremost. All right, well, if there's nobody nobody's gonna stop by here and let me know you're here. YouTube can't keep its mind up whether I have one viewer or none. So, in that case, we'll just shut it down. Get to talking to me, or get interacting with me, and talk forever. Hoping to keep this going longer, having a nice long stream. Just work with and interact with people. Well, I'll have a blessed day, blessed weekend. All the world may hate you. God loves you enough to send his son to die for you. Bye.